This is The War. With every episode, we put a horror film against its remake. We go stat for stat, financials, facts, where to watch, synopsis, cast, and everything in between. Afterwards, we grade them both on a scorecard and tally up the results to see which one comes out on top.
And welcome to The War.
As with every episode, we're going to tell you where we get all of our glorious info from. We source pieces from Wikipedia, IMDb, Letterboxd, Rotten Tomatoes, and sometimes we dig a little deeper, but we always shout out the source.
Also, when we give you the info on these films, where you may want to watch them, please keep in mind that they might not be available on the platform you normally use. So please head to Just Watch for all your viewing needs. When you said Letterboxd, it threw me off. That's why I laughed.
Oh, because you thought I was going to say Letterboxd.
And Rotten Tomatoes.
And Rotten Tomatoes. Before we discuss our reasoning for where we place points and why, we give you the poll results from TikTok on who they thought would win. And then in a series of 11 categories, we get to our winner.
Those categories are acting, directing, writing/plot, killer or killers.
Which we actually have
killers.
Yeah.
Casting, soundtrack, gore/kills, pacing, time period, environment, and the ending. I must said event.
Oh.
After that, we add up our scores, and whoever has the highest total takes the win. Now, with all of that out of the way, it's time for the war.
Hell yeah.
Talk with cheap, we knew they weren't a solid jaw. Quick turnaround from pocket check to pocket torn. Looking like 99 cents away from the dollar store. See no evil, hear no evil, fear no pagan polymorphs. See you with them sixes, I know we use the numbers for. I hear them demons screaming, I know what they hunger for. I fought the bright and fight anyway, I'm really not the one to warn. Born under a ton of scorn, summer formed the thunderstorms. Could have been the son of war, Aries could have son of war. Got that Michael Myers war, rock about what you're running for. Everyone knows so fast that you were last, you got your color. Now I'ma send these Moloch shaggers back to where the golems crawl. Ride in these horror wars, fight in these horror wars. Survive and fight for the life in these horror wars. Take flight in horror, don't be frightened wars. I said survive and fight for the life in these horror wars.
And it's time for the war.
Hell yeah. So thank you again to MC Mass Murder.
Shoutouts.
And Clever Decay for Horror Wars, a Horrorcore Story.
For the banging tunes,
For the
mate.
banging ass tune. By the time you watch this episode proper or listen to it proper, it will be available on Spotify and YouTube. Maybe Patreon by that point, but don't know if we're going to have that up or not yet.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. So, today we are covering Scream versus Shh.
Shh. It's like they're telling us to scream and then be quiet.
Yes, and Josh is obviously...
Rob is definitely getting OG.
I'm definitely getting OG.
It's
and
like favorite movie, like all time.
aside from Breakfast Club.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I was just about to say,
Yep.
Breakfast Club is number one in the top 5 all time. But Scream is up there.
Scream
Or,
is-
number one, I'm sorry.
Scream is definitely the Breakfast Club of horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just dark counterparts to everybody in Breakfast Club. So,
Man, that is a good point.
all right,
She.
here we go. Movie name, Scream. Runtime, 1 hour, 51 minutes. Release date, December 20th, 1996.
A December horror film.
Yes, man. And
Is
I
it a
was
Christmas
there.
movie?
No, there's nothing Christmas about it. It's like
Okay.
in the fall.
Okay.
So, produced by Kathy Conrad and Carrie Woods, production company Woods Entertainment. Budget of $14 million US. And it brought
Oh,
in
me, oh, my.
$173 million US.
Bang.
Which, let's see. Oh, there's a movie that is currently in that spectrum right now, and it's called Obsession.
I
And
haven't seen it
people
yet. I want
are
to see it.
losing their shit about Obsession making that much money on that small a budget. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Scream did it 30 years ago. And with 1995 money at that
Right.
point.
Shout out to Obsession, though.
Shout out to Obsession, though. Hell yeah. Screenplay by Kevin Williamson, directed by Wes Craven.
Sheesh.
Cinematography by Mark Irwin, edited by Patrick Lussier, and music by Marco Beltrami, which this was like his first fucking soundtrack. I think that's actually one of the things. Never mind. Ratings, 7.4 on IMDb,
IMDb.
4.0 on 4.0 out of 5 on Letterboxd,
Letterboxd. I like
and
that.
78% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
A masked killer known as Ghostface terrorizes a group of teenagers in Woodsboro while Sidney Prescott becomes the center of a deadly mystery. Dun, dun, dun.
Iconic.
Related media: Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 5, Scream 6, Scream 7, Scream 8, which is in production, and the Scream television show.
Oh, I didn't know there was going to be a show. No shit.
There's already been. It's
Oh,
been
really?
3 seasons on MTV years ago, dude.
I'm just now learning this.
The Ghostface mask looked absolutely horrible because it wasn't the same Ghostface mask.
Oh, was that like the devilish
Yeah,
looking
it
one?
was
Yeah, it
weird
was in Dead
looking.
by Daylight. Yeah.
No, that's just a completely different thing.
Oh, never mind.
This one looked like a haunted face, not a red devil mask.
Oh, it was more like ghoulish.
It was ghoul. It was weird.
Okay.
It looked like it had like sunken eyes, and the mouth was a regular mouth and not elongated. And they had that for the first 2 seasons, and in the 3rd season, they finally had the actual iconic Ghostface mask back.
Huh.
So, trivia. The screenplay was originally titled Scary Movie,
Ironic.
a title later used by the parody franchise, which we will be covering today. Number 2, Drew Barrymore, which was originally cast as Sidney Prescott, but requested the smaller role of Casey Becker to shock audiences when her character was killed early. Number 3, Wes Craven turned down the project several times before finally agreeing to direct it. Number 4, the Ghostface costume was discovered during a location scout and later licensed for use in the film.
Number 5, you've been saying for years on this
Yep.
podcast.
The film revitalized the slasher genre after years of declining popularity and sparked a wave of late 90s teen horror films. Not only that, but it also sparked the reignition of slasher films in general. Because after that, we got Wes Craven's New Nightmare, we got Bride of Chucky, we got Halloween 20 years later, we got Urban Legend, we got fucking Valentine, everything. All because Scream brought everything back. Sorry, yeah. Number 7, the film was heavily edited to secure an R rated from the MPAA due to concerns over graphic violence. Number 8, this was composer Marco Beltrami's first major feature
Shout-outs.
film score.
Awesome soundtrack.
Number 9, portions of Halloween are shown during the party sequence with the characters discussing horror movie rules while watching it. So, real quick before I get to number 10,
Oh, yeah.
for those that have been around forever, when we covered Halloween, wait, no, what was it that we had Scream for? Because didn't
It was a
we-
horror club.
Scream was a horror club at one point, but it wasn't
don't
Halloween
remember.
versus Halloween because Halloween versus Halloween.
Yeah, it wasn't until way
had
later.
It and Terrifier or some
I
shit. I
think,
don't
yeah.
remember. Yeah, but either way, number 10, Ghostface was portrayed physically by stuntman Dane Farwell for most of the film's attack scenes, and I have the fortunate disposition of saying these names today.
And a stacked
And this
ass
cast is goddamn.
stacked.
I don't think we've had a cast this stacked in a horror movie in quite some time.
Nah.
Yeah,
Avengers level stacked.
absolutely. Nev Campbell is Sidney Prescott. David Arquette is Dewey Riley. Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers. Skeet Ulrich as Billy Loomis. Matthew Lillard as Stu Macher, Rose McGowan as Tatum Riley, Jamie Kennedy as Randy Meeks,
Sheesh.
Drew Barrymore as Casey Becker, W. Earl Brown as Kenny Brown, Henry fucking Winkler the Fonz as Principal Arthur Hembry,
Yep.
and Joseph Whipp as Sheriff motherfucking Burke.
Stacked.
Damn, that's a fucking
Stacked.
cast. Jesus Christ.
No wonder why they made so much fucking money. Holy shit.
Yeah,
The star power is real.
I love this fucking movie. Go ahead,
Oh,
man.
I can't wait for the gush portion. So, as we put in our intro to this segment, we don't speak every language around the world. So I'm going to struggle with these names. So bear with me.
Wait, hold on. Here. Never mind. Go ahead. I gotta
Okay.
suck it.
All right. Movie name. She. With a fucking runtime. I am not
Yeah,
kidding.
this is insane.
A runtime of 2 hours and 43 minutes. Oh my God. Release date October 24th, 2003. Produced by Sunil Mehta and Prem Krishan. Okay, not too bad. Not a bad start.
Not bad. We're good.
Production company.
Oh no.
Cinevistas Limited.
Okay.
The budget's unknown and the box office is unknown. Probably a lot, I guess. Because it's not a plagiarized thing, so I'm sure they made some money.
So from my understanding is like it made a pretty good amount, but it was still considered a flop, which kind of sucks because I didn't think
Maybe it wasn't that bad of a movie.
Alright,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
go
gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Arshad Ali Syed, directed by Pavan S. Kaul, cinematography by Hiru Keswani, edited by Amit Saxena. That's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
Saxena. That's cool.
That's a very cool name.
Music by Anu Malik. That's a cool
That's
name
a
too.
very cool name. Yeah.
Salim Sulaiman. Background score. That was the music. Ratings. I'm sorry, I saw where it said the tomato thing. 5.3 out of 10, or 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb. A 2.7 out of 5 on Letterboxd to do.
Letterboxd.
And no tomato meter score available. So tomato meter. Plot. After his sister is murdered by a mass killer, a college student becomes the target of a series of brutal attacks while trying to uncover the identity of the murderer. Related media. Turksploitation style international remakes and adaptations of American horror films.
Yeah, they're all kind of like the same thing.
Trivia. Number 1. The film is an unofficial Indian remake of Scream and follows many of the film's original major story beats, which is true.
This is true.
But it's not a copy paste.
It's no.
It's
not
not
at all.
Exorcist.
Man, not Exorcist.
Number 2. This was the film debut of Tanisha Mukherjee. Hey, trying.
Hey, no,
The
you
younger
killed it.
sister of Kajol.
Yep.
Number 3. The movie combines slasher horror with traditional Bollywood song and dance sequences, which are fucking fantastic.
It's great, especially the fucking party scene. Oh my
The
god.
club sequence? Oh,
The
yeah.
club sequence was great too.
Something
yeah.
absent from the original Scream, which would be funny as fuck if it wasn't
Dude,
there.
Ghostface just started fucking
Boom,
like
ba-doom, hell yeah. Breaking
playing
it
the
down.
guitar and shit.
Yep.
Oh my god, that would be insane.
Number 4.
That'd probably be my favorite movie of all time.
Hell
at that
yeah.
point. You just add 30 minutes of fucking dancing to Scream. Oh my god. Like Drew Barrymore dancing
Yeah.
with Ghostface
They have a
before she
dance
gets
battle
strung up
first?
by her fucking intestines. Yeah.
Number 4. At over 2 hours and 40 minutes, it's considerably longer than the original Scream. Yeah, for sure. Number 5. The killer wears a clown-style mask
Which-
rather than the iconic Ghostface mask, which is okay.
It was okay, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6. The film was shot in Shimla and features several scenic mountain locations throughout the story.
yes, it does.
Number 7. Critics generally praise the film's cinematography while criticizing its extensive runtime. Yeah, but it's part of the culture. You gotta
The
kind of
culture,
expect
yeah.
it,
That's
right?
that's Bollywood.
Yeah.
That's Bollywood cinema. Yeah.
So you can't really hate. Number 8. The story incorporates elements similar to Scream, and I still know what you did last summer. So the sequel.
Very much. No, I still know what you did last summer.
I thought it was I Know What You Did Last Summer was the original.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I didn't know if there was a part 2 to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Well, yeah, there's I still know what you did last summer.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
there
oh.
was I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer. And then something like I'll never forget what you did last summer or some shit like that.
The
and then they
summer
came-
to never forget.
And then they came back with I know what you did last summer
Okay.
like last year.
It was a remake, right?
It was a reboot make
Oh, okay.
because it had like some of the original cast in it with a new cast.
Okay, that's weird.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt was in it, Freddie Prinze was
No
in it.
shit.
And there was a completely different people with it. But the movie just tanked. I guess nobody gave a fuck
Damn.
about it anymore. Yeah.
Number 9. In 2023, the film became available to a wider horror audience through the streaming services Screambox.
Yep. Shout out to Screambox owned by Cineverse. We've done plenty of things for them with Toxic Avenger and Return to Silent Hill. So
Oh,
awesome
yes.
relationship with them.
Shout outs.
Shout outs.
Number 10. The film has developed a cult following among fans of international horror and Bollywood genre cinema. It's not a bad movie.
Here you go, man. You're gonna need this. Take a deep hit, my brother, and drink deeply.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Tanisha Mukherjee as Mehek Gurjarwal. Dino Maria as Rocky. Hey, thanks for the breather right there.
Hell yeah.
Karan Nath as Suraj Rai. Gaurav Kapoor as Rajat Rai. Kushal Punjabi as Nikhil. Sarvarna Jha as Gena. Tina Chowdhury as Ria. Sivaji Sadam as Commissioner Kamath. Simon Singh as Malini Gujral. Try it, yeah.
Yeah,
Last
no,
one.
you're
Last one.
good,
We got
bro,
it. We
you're
got it. We
good.
got it. Ali Khan as Inspector Akash Rathore. It wasn't too bad.
Hey,
I struggled
nah,
more with
look.
Korean names.
Look, yeah, you
than-
did. Here, take another hit of that.
Thanks. I
Give you
appreciate
some
it.
claps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So This is actually very unfortunate because everything has been going so smooth, but I'm going to need you to stand up and get my bag because I forgot my fucking notebook. It's in the bag.
Wait, I can reach. Hold
Can
on.
you reach just by still sitting? You don't got to get up?
Nope.
Oh,
If I can
shit.
pull the chair.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You need the whole bag?
No, if you can go into not that zipper with the red stripe, but the one right
This one?
behind it. Nope.
This is the zipper?
Do you just want to hand me the bag?
Hold on, from here?
Because it's in the front. It's in the front.
I got you.
It's the second big one. Yeah.
Here's the
Sorry,
big-
guys. This is my big ass travel book bag that I have for entertainment things. And Josh, talk to the people.
Oh, yes. So, it's because we do the scoring portion of the show, so we have to kind of monitor. We have to make marks and tally marks and all that.
Yeah.
So it's easier to kind of
mean,
know
it
what our
is.
scores are instead of like having to remember by
Yeah.
just remembering.
And I think it's definitely monitoring because, like you said, we got to make sure we are doing everything right. So we're going to give it a score here.
No, yes.
And I've never really shown the book before, so that's kind of like what it is. It's just real basic. We keep track
So,
of the score.
I'll give a little bit of spoilers for mine. Mine isn't all. It's not going to be one-sided from myself. I think I might change my mind because the more and more I think about it, I don't know. I think I'm going to change my scores along the way. The more we talked about stuff, yeah. Let's get into it.
acting.
Oh, OG for sure, dude.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, right? So I know a lot of people, or I can't say I know, but I'm assuming some people probably bitch about like the satirical comedy in it, maybe a little too. I fucking love it. And what I love now, going back and rewatching that shit, is from doing this podcast, I now understand the movie references.
Yeah.
So it's like watching it back in the day and not knowing much horror, and now watching it now, and the fucking acting's fantastic. Let me stay on that.
Yep.
Billy Loomis, I love that character. Is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yep.
I'm glad that they never tried to like replicate it down the road. I feel like that is such a unique way of like acting for it. Does Norman Bates need to explain why? Blah blah blah. I fucking
Right.
love it. Like all around, the Drew Barrymore part is fucking fantastic.
Yes, it
It's
is.
Jason. Great stuff. There's no part that makes you feel like it's like a cheesy,
Nope.
like teen comedy fucking horror. It felt like a horror that just happened to be like based in reality. Like how
Yep.
like some zombie films won't say zombie. They'll want to call it
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
This lets you know like, hey, it's just based in like a real world where these horror movies exist. And we're kind of calling it out and oh shit, we're actually dying the same ways.
Yeah.
And it works, and it makes it, and the comedy works enough to where it's not like scary movie comedy.
Yep.
There's still two different versions, so it's fucking fantastic. The horror parts feel like horror. When they want to throw in a joke here and there, fantastic stuff.
Yep.
Love it. I'm gonna give it Doji for shoresies.
Yeah, absolutely. And realistically, it's, I guess you could say for all those same reasons why I'm going with OG as well, because I think the acting in Scream was much better than people give it credit for. There's a lot of movies that you can say are elevated horror if you watch them today, like Hereditary and stuff like that. I do think that there was a couple parts where Neve Campbell overreacted with her fear a little bit,
Yeah.
but at some
run.
yeah, at some point you also have to remember you're showing what's supposed to be teenagers.
Yeah.
And a lot of the teenagers in these new movies don't react the way that I think teenagers would react. They react what I believe young adults would react as, like in their 20s or something like that.
Mm.
I think the over dramatic acting in Scream is probably what makes it very close to being real teenagers in trouble. Because even my youngest overreacts to the most minor things
Right.
at 14.
Right.
So can you imagine like 17-year-olds
Yeah.
seeing their friends murdered?
Right.
I
Mhm. Yeah.
guess that would
Yeah. How do you?
justify it,
How are you
right?
supposed to know how to react if you see someone murdered?
Right.
Huh?
Right. So I'm giving it to OJ.
But I'll give remake props. One thing
Dude.
that was cool is like the occasional like English language like drop.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yes.
And it's also neat to see how like their acting is. It just felt a little bit more MTV acting kind of horror
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
than compared to Scream. It was still strong. It did well.
Yeah.
But of course, you got to give the OG for that one.
Yeah. 100% agree. Directing.
OG, of course. Like, okay, so the mystery plot, it was not annoying. It didn't feel like they didn't wait to give us like this big info dump scene
Right.
For the last 10 minutes, like we get nowadays, where it's like we're explaining the story to you.
Yeah, man.
Like, I like the fact that we were still able to weave like real life drama into the horror part, a little bit of backstory. You could feel the friendship, so every like interaction felt right. There's just the whole movie felt like every part had a good flow to it. The remake was all right. It's just I get that it's Bollywood, but some of that did kind of throw off the flow a little bit because it was just a tad too long. But I get it; it's their thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're trying to keep it horror, we can have the dance. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
But it just drug on just a smidge too long.
Yeah, I think that they could have incorporated the dancing a little bit better into the script, if that makes sense. Like
It was like hard stop right in the middle.
Yeah, you could still have your stuff, but like it would have just been better to see. I guess you could say the story progress. Like I would have liked to see the clown actually like
maybe get to where they're at. Well, I know
somebody during it, stuff like yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of different things about it.
It's not bad.
It's not bad,
but
it's
Scream
not
is
bad.
far superior. In
Yeah, the directing
sure.
of it, and also not to mention that in this movie, you get to go to what, Jesus Christ, 7 different locations or 6 different locations
in the remake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're everywhere.
You're everywhere.
They literally go on vacation.
In the movie,
that's how they get to like the super dance scene. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. But dude, and again, just because I think obviously Scream's gonna run away with this one, I don't want anybody to think that it's going to take away from Shh, because going into it, I guess you could say I felt like it was going to be a joke because the trailers were kind of ass.
Yeah.
And once I watched the movie and saw that it was probably about I'd say a 60-40 remake of Scream, right? Like there was elements of other horror movies in there, but they really borrowed heavily on Scream.
I'd say it's like a heavy outline more than a full-on copy and paste.
So for the directing, I do still want to give the director of that
movie for
absolute props because you did your thing with it and you took what I'm guessing is a small budget and knocked it out of the fucking park. So writing / plot.
OG.
Again,
it was like one of the first, almost not, of course, not a spoof movie.
No.
But borderline comedy horror without making it like slapstick, goofy shit.
Yeah.
So of course, the first time there was ever 2 fucking killers.
Yep.
Like simultaneously, the big reveal, which we'll get to the ending stuff.
Nope.
But all around the drama between the friends, the fucking the backstory on the mom dying.
Yep.
You think that one person, like the mystery part, wasn't annoying on like who was the killer.
Yeah.
You genuinely were like, oh shit. Like I didn't expect it when I first ever watched it. It wouldn't be someone in the friend group. I thought it'd be some like the dad of the
because
of what's her face
of Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Like
There's
I thought
so
like
many
maybe
plot
that
points because it's one of those movies where there's 10 different plot points, but they all seem feasible.
It's so well written, man.
You know, and if you've never seen the movie before, I do think it's one of those movies that would still hold up in saying like, damn, I couldn't get that. Because the first time I watched it, I just thought it was only one.
Right.
Because that person seems like a red herring.
Right.
And they aren't a red herring, but it's just like shit.
And then the double reveal?
It's an insane twist. But yeah, definitely gonna give it to Scream. And the next one, Killers. Bro.
Of course, Ghostface is iconic.
Yeah, sorry.
But
sorry,
there is one thing. There is one thing I will say. I like that they changed on the story just a smidge for the remake.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it super props real quick. They did make it a lot more worse on what happened to the brother's mom and family.
Yeah.
Because spoilers a little bit, and I'll just give for the remake. We'll talk about the ending, but real quick, they changed it to where it's more of like a suicide, murder, all this sexual assault shit going on. It was more than just kind of an abandonment thing, but we'll get to that. So I do like the fact that they changed them for that, but Ghostface is, even the movements, I want to say again, shout out to that person that did the Ghostface, like, stunt stuff. It still was able to feel more like a teenager being a killer, realistically, like falling all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And not being like a Michael Myers or a Jason just kind of walking through walls to get to him.
Ghostface isn't unstable.
Right. It's
you
just
can hit Ghostface with a fucking umbrella and he's gonna get hurt. Yeah.
It's basically just like a regular a serial killer chasing you. So it was a little bit more grounded of a killer. So of course, And you know the fucking with the people that they're stalking. What's your favorite scary movie? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Of course, fucking well written. The other one it was a lot more serious though.
Yes.
The remake, there was no real
There-
comedy.
No.
They really just turned it to a horror film, and it could have just been its own slasher, really. And it would have been
could've
fine
It could have
if
been.
it wasn't considered like the remake. But it's just that outline is so thick.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Scream kind of ripoff.
It's a real thick outline.
Oh yes.
It's a nice and thick outline. Okay. So. Casting.
OG.
OG. There's.
The weird thing, right? The one thing that did bother me a smidge for the remake casting, the person that was, I'm not gonna remember the name.
No.
The good guy at the end. That's what I'm gonna put. The one who survived
Yes.
with the female character.
Yes.
They almost made that guy like borderline Billy.
Yes.
Like there was almost signs of like psychopathic behavior, and it was
Yeah.
kind of weird, like the faces he made.
Yeah.
So that's what made me weird on the casting. Like that person not seem very like friendly. Like I felt like the whole time like that dude is definitely like the Ghostface person.
But.
So I guess they broke expectations. So maybe that's where they got me.
Right.
But I was like, man, it just looks like a villain the whole time. So.
Yeah, he did.
But still, shout outs. It was still a good cast. They felt like natural, like with their interactions and the brothers and all that. But fucking OG, super stacked, great acting, well meshed together, fucking thing. Like like Billy and Sydney, their relationship, and he's kind of a dick because he's like, get over your mom, dude. Like, oh.
Yeah, get over your mom and fuck me.
Yeah, it's weird. But like everyone fit. Even Jamie Kennedy being more like the goofy character still
Yeah.
didn't feel like annoying.
No.
Like nowadays, it feels like there's always like a goofy character, but it's like turned up to like a million.
Right.
But that one
That's-
felt a lot more natural. Just like, nah, bro, I watch horror all the fucking time.
That's because he was the prototype.
Right.
You know, he was the prototype of that. Like,
Before it became kind of cartoony.
yeah, yeah. Where it was still based in some form of reality because I get excited talking about horror movies. I get excited talking about the things that I'm passionate about. And to people that aren't passionate of things like that, maybe they'll feel like you're a fucking psycho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I can understand that he would be considered as one of the killers because of how obsessed he was with
Right.
things. So, Jamie Kennedy knocked it out of the park with that role. And I think Stu and Billy, or Skeet and Matthew, did so fucking wonderful together.
Oh my
as
gosh.
the killers. The only thing that still bothers me to this day regarding Billy and Stu is the fact that they are rapists. And everybody's like, they're the best villains ever. I've done it myself. You know, like they're so fucking cool.
No.
But then you take into remember, like, yeah, they raped her mom. Like he even says it. Like, so I don't know. That's the part that always makes me feel weird about them. But then I'm like,
And they gaslit the shit. He gaslit the
and
shit
he
out of her
gaslit
for
the
sex.
shit out of her all the fucking time, dude. So he, by today's standards,
Super evil
he's
villain.
the super fucking red flag of every woman in the history. Like, yes, he looks good, but is he worth the bullshit that he's gonna put you
Honestly,
through?
they might be the most evil non-supernatural
Yeah.
villains.
they're
At least
pretty
with
fucked.
hands-on, because like maybe you could say like Jigsaw for the ideas for stuff.
Yeah.
But deep in the trenches, like actually doing the work, bro,
Yeah.
they are probably the scariest fucking villains that aren't like beings that can turn
Freddy
into
and
like
stuff
or
like that. Yeah,
Jason or
they're pretty nasty, man.
like they're intense. They're actual fucking psychopathic serial killers.
And I wish that we could have had, because I don't know if you read about this or watched this, but Scream 7 apparently had a scene that was going to be at the end that had Stu watching TV
Oh shit.
and watching all the news that was happening regarding
Yeah.
what was going on in Scream 7. They just cut it. They didn't do
Damn.
it for some reason. But
He was like, I got 5 Nights at Freddy's,
for the
bro.
for the fucking third time in the franchise, they've now teased that Stu's alive, but never followed through with it.
I always come back.
And it sucks.
Kind of ironic, right?
Right? Yeah, but he's never fucking back. But
Come back.
Maybe with Scream 8.
Why don't
next
you come
year.
back?
So casting, yeah, we're definitely
Yeah,
giving that to OG. Sydney, Nev Campbell fucking killed it. Early role for Courtney Cox before Friends, and you know she killed it. Henry Winkler, fucking amazing principal. When I saw him as the principal, I lost my shit the
Mhm.
first time. I was in the theater. I was like, "It's the Fonz." I was very much into
Mhm.
Happy Days. I was 12. So, yeah, it was a real big fucking thing, man. It was awesome. This next one, if the music for Scream wasn't so iconic, would have such a
I wish we could do
fucking
ties on this fucking show
like
sometimes, bro.
because the music in
The-
the Bollywood music is so fucking banging.
Not
in the
even
movie.
that, man. They did what I love. You know, I always talk about when they play their music through like a
Yes.
radio instead of like an
Yes.
actual soundtrack.
Yes.
It's fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
I
man.
love hearing other music, but what can you? It's Scream. You're against a heavyweight.
Yeah,
like
you're against fucking Red Right Hand from Nick Cave and the Bad Seed. You're
like
yeah,
you
you're
were
against
doomed from
Moby.
the start.
You're
you
against
know?
Moby.
Nah.
Like it's not a good.
But the music is good. The dance
the
sequences
music
are
and
great. The
dances are
fucking
great.
the credits, the opening credits have they're in the mountains
Yes.
dancing. It's sick
Yeah,
as
it's
hell.
fucking awesome. So
Shout outs.
again, 4 categories later. Do not want to take away anything from because
If we could tie, I would throw a tie in for that
yeah,
one.
But
We can't. Them's the rules.
Them's the rules. And so far, we've not taken anything from either, because the last episode,
there's no,
there was a
like-
negative point
Yep.
for Satan.
No bad points. No.
So Gore/kills.
Oh, for sure, Scream. Like
You
the other
opened
ones
it-
were like PG-13. You know,
Right,
You
you
got
opened-
some blood and blood. You know that good stuff.
You opened up a Scream with Drew Barrymore hanging from her fucking intestines.
Getting disemboweled, bruh.
I think that takes it right there. Like, and then Rose McGowan getting fucking butchered by the garage. All the different fucking kills that happen in the movie. Henry Winkler dying the way that he did. Like, I know a lot of them are just stabbings and everything, but it was still the way.
Them being incorporated, like after the big reveal at the end, and then seeing how each person was killed, it all kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
in the Bollywood one, like you
Really
said,
like your basic
they were your
slasher
basic
kills. They didn't really
slasher
do
kills,
anything
yeah.
extra either.
nothing crazy.
But they were kind of just like, okay, I'll give them this.
Okay.
Okay, when there were fight sequences,
Yes.
it was sick as shit.
Yes.
Like they actually had like the choreography, like
choreography,
boom,
yeah.
like they had like the fucking punch noises, the
Yeah.
super zoom ins, everything you'd
Yeah.
expect. It was fucking fantastic.
It was cool. That was
so
very
I'll still
cool.
give it its props.
Yeah, definitely. Again, next category here. Still not taking anything
It's a
away
fun
from it, but
movie
it's
for
just-
sure.
You get Scream.
And it's so fucking long.
And speaking of that, the next category is pacing.
Oh my God, Scream, dude. If they honestly maybe took out, and I know it's Bollywood, but if they had released it as just a regular one and kind of took that out as well, or did a version with that and put it in theaters, it might have popped off a little more.
Yeah, because the dance
was strong.
sequences weren't part of the fucking movie. Like
It had
they were
nothing
part
to
of
do with the
movie.
plot.
But the only thing that it had to do with was just
They were
them
just, like, on
staring
vacation
at each
and shit,
other,
yeah.
dancing and like making lovey
It feels
faces.
it feels so good to relax, and then
That's what I'm saying. If you had the clown face actually like trying to stab and
Yeah.
dance and do stuff like that or whatever, that
Yeah.
would have been so fucking cool. Like, I don't know, but
it
I
just hard stop, dance, then hard like cut back into it. It was
yeah, it was
Interesting.
weird. And I think, like you said, if you took all that out, you would have probably
it could
had
have competed.
about an hour and 45-minute movie. And yeah, because there was at least 6 songs in that fucking movie.
Oh my gosh.
And there were 5 minutes a goddamn piece. So yeah, actually, I'm not gonna take away a point for
Yeah.
that, but Jesus Christ, that's the one thing I will say. I don't mind 3-minute songs or whatever. Disney movies do that, but a fucking 5-minute song or a 6-minute song in your movie while you're doing nothing to progress the plot is absolutely insane to me.
Barnacles.
Barnacles, yes. I know that it's probably part of your culture and you might feel like I'm shitting on it, but I promise you I'm coming from the best place. Like, if you're gonna do the dances, incorporate the story with the dances.
Yeah, like a
Just
little
so
bit of
that
acting
way-
or
just
something.
so that way it progresses everything. And it's not a 2-hour and 45-minute movie, because you could totally do so many different things and get so many different things done with dancing. There's
Yeah.
a whole fucking movie called West Side Story about it. Like, they did it. There's plenty of other movies that sing and dance while they're doing the story. You totally could do it. And it would, honestly, if they would have done that, I think if if my love for Scream wasn't as high as it is, and if that movie incorporated the Bollywood dancing in the story, I think we would honestly have such a more balanced war,
Yeah.
because we would have found the absurdity of the dancing and story to compete with the absurdity of the 90s comedy.
Right.
The war itself would have gone in a completely different direction.
And it had no comedy either.
And
so.
right, exactly. So it's a very interesting path that that this is on.
Because they could have incorporated their particular culture's brand of comedy
Yes,
too, and that
they
would have been
could have.
fine.
It
But it was
would've
just so
been great.
serious.
The time period.
Oh, gee.
It's
It
90s
literally
encapsulated.
it started a brand new genre of slasher.
It did. It did. There was already teen slashers, but it was the simple fact
Satirical.
that it was satirical, and they modernized it.
Yep.
They weren't still trying to like make it a camp. They weren't
Mhm.
trying to make it somebody's this or somebody's that. It was a fucking school. Like, it was a
Yeah.
completely different take on things.
Yep.
It wasn't a babysitter. Wasn't,
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Like a
So,
cliche like route.
Yeah. Going into a school and going into that was a completely different thing. And that's where we got all the school teen horror movies, all
Yep.
that shit. So yeah, definitely created a new subgenre in a dying genre and revived the dying genre. So environment.
I'm gonna give it to remake. I'm sorry. I
There's-
love the fact that we went all over the fucking place. Like
Yes.
we weren't anywhere for more than like 5 minutes at a time before we were in a new location.
That's true.
So it wasn't like it was like from room to room. It was like we were in like another part of like
But-
where they're from.
But it was room to room too.
But it also
room
was.
to room, place to place, this to that.
Seeing their architecture and stuff, the still frame shots, and they're always
it was
gonna win me
cool.
over. So I'll give
was
it to
cool,
remake for that.
man. It was
OG
absolutely
was great,
cool.
of course, a teen, horror film. But how many times have you seen a high school kind of situation? Awesome use though. The fucking house and what would it be? The choreography of running from Ghostface and all that shit with every encounter, fluid as balls. I
Yeah.
love that in the environment part. They used that house for Sydney's house. That it was fucking amazingly.
Stews or
No,
Stews?
the one for the end. I'm sorry,
Stews.
Stu's.
Yep.
For that house, fucking love it. That's why when Scary Movie did it, I was like, man, I think the Scream's better. But anyway,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm giving it to. I'll give props to OG, but I just really enjoy seeing all of more than just a few spots. So I'm gonna give the remake for that one.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that. But I'm still gonna
Oh,
give
yeah,
my
for sure.
point
I
to
expected it. I
Scream.
expected it.
Like, again, I am really not taking anything away
Oh, yeah.
from this movie. And I know that we've seen the school stuff so many times, but again,
It was at that time.
this was
Shit,
the prototype.
fresh.
This was the prototype. So
You right?
I can't take away.
I'm newer to
Right,
Scream than
you don't
yeah.
have that deep connection that I do.
Right.
And sorry,
No,
I'm
you're good, bro.
playing footsies over
No,
there
you're
with
good.
you.
Oh yeah, it's
We
fine,
actually
buddy.
have
Crockies
we're
on.
both wearing Crocs. Yeah, red and blue. It's fucking hilarious. So yeah, man, I think the environment of Scream was awesome. I like that sleepy town feeling.
Right.
I like that it wasn't just one house. We did get to see the town.
And we got to
did.
see all the friends' houses as well.
We got to see the friends' places. We got to see a bunch of different things. We got to see the movie store. We got to see a whole like
theater.
It felt like Gilmore Girls, but in a horror setting.
Okay.
Because it felt like a small town.
Yeah.
You felt like you knew the main people that you needed to know, like the sheriff, the big time newscaster from the bigger city
Right,
going
right.
in and all that. So again, the mountains, all that shit, the beautiful fucking vistas that they had because there was some gorgeous fucking scenery in that movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was beautiful. That small town feel to me, and that high school, all that, it's just that's
No,
it. So
yes.
yeah. All right. And the final category, the ending.
OG.
OJ.
The speech, the reveal, fucking Matthew Lillard drooling all over the fucking place.
You're gonna die, Sid.
It's all good stuff. And
My
it-
mom and dad are gonna be so.
Like, could you actually imagine like someone like killing you, like trying to kill you the day that they killed your mom?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is so great for us. Oh yeah, love you.
Yeah.
And then Lily brings up the virgin thing, and it's like,
Yeah,
damn,
yeah,
bro, like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. like 1 year later because it was the 1 year anniversary and shit. Like,
But
it's
one of
just
the weirdest ways to die.
insane,
You know what I mean?
insane. Yeah,
This happens when you let your ego get ahead of you, brah.
dude. And then
Pap pap.
that was I think that was the first real double tap situation.
Yeah.
Because they never double tapped Freddy, they never double tapped Jason, they never
No.
did anything like that. But he was already shot.
Yep.
And then he got up and shot him in the head. And then that became a trope. Because later on, Nev Campbell in another Scream shoots again, and she goes just to make sure he doesn't get up. And then that became the double tap trope in horror.
Shout out to Zombieland.
I can't think of a movie that, or a sequel, I should say, that dove into the double tap that early, because 1996 was Scream. I believe 1998 was Scream 2. And that is where she did the double tap.
Yeah.
That was where she made sure to say, you got to shoot him twice.
Okay.
So, and that became a rule, I think, with Scream 2. And if that's the case, then Scream pioneered that as well. Because I don't think there's ever been another time where somebody said, you got to double tap Freddy, you got to double tap Michael Myers. They unloaded 16 fucking bullets into Michael Myers, and then he got up and walked away. So it's like,
Went and got a Pepsi.
went and got a fucking Pepsi, yeah. So I think the way that they did this with Billy dying and how Stu is androgynous
And
if
it-
he's alive or dead.
And they also didn't make like Billy and Stu feel like the same person.
No, they didn't. They
'Cause
were wildly different.
It seems like the most basic trope nowadays. It's like one's really evil, one's good, one's silent.
Yeah.
You know, one's the abused and following the brother. This time I was like, nah, we're just doing it. Like, nah, we're just friends.
Yep.
We just support each other when it comes to doing that.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Stu was basically just fucking along for the ride.
Yeah, he was like, oh, fuck it, why not?
Stu was just there. Billy did have
He had a reason.
machinations. His father was with her mother, and it ruined his life, and it did all that. So he raped her mom and killed her and shit, and then blamed fucking Cotton Weary, and then Cotton got sent to jail. So it's like all that revelation at the end is insane, and then you find out the dad's still alive, and he's been trapped in a fucking closet, bound and gagged, and there was just, because everybody thought he was the killer because his car was in the ditch. So much shit got revealed in that exposition that it didn't feel like it was a 20-minute fucking exposition.
Yep, an info dump sequence.
And it was an info dump. Like there was an info dump at the end, but it wasn't. It was masked.
The
very
dialogue
well.
made it seem like a real conversation than just
Yes.
like here's my script of a lot of information.
And it's not that they were standing there talking either. There was other things happening that made that info dump feel like it wasn't just a stand around info dump. They're fucking, she called them and was trying to fuck with them while they were still talking. Like there was so much that was happening at the end there. And it was just, I don't know how many more movies have a better ending sequence in terms of horror.
I also want to say, I love the fact that this horror film can have an ending. So let's say, again, I've never watched like all the Screams like a bunch of times and know them like that. But imagine, like, I love an ending that doesn't feel like it's going to lead into necessarily a sequel, right?
Right.
So with Dewey and Gale and all that, like, it felt like, okay, we've reached like the ending part, no more sequel.
Right.
So that way when it picks up, it doesn't feel like this weird cliffhanger, like, let's show Ghostface real quick at the end and be like, part 2 coming in 98. So I love the fact that it's like, even if you never wanted to watch the sequels, you could watch Scream 1 and be
it would be good.
satisfied.
Yeah.
And be like, I can watch that 100 more times.
Yep.
I definitely gonna say, rewatching it now, being more into horror, I definitely have like a much larger respect, especially for like 96.
Yeah.
Because even nowadays, it seems like horror is just now starting to become like massive again, like with Obsession and the back rooms and all that.
Horror's taken everything by storm. Last year, well, actually, I guess you could say this year, beginning with the Oscars.
Yeah.
From last year's carryover with Sinners and all that. Like, so many movies are now getting recognized. It's awesome.
Even
But
low
anyway.
budget movies are doing great. So it's fucking fantastic. Shout out to fucking Scream. I'm glad you gush a little more, bro. Why don't you explain what, like, the beginning of Scream real quick before we get out of the war. Oh, we got to get to the score. But after that, I want to know just a little backstory because I want to hear Rob gush a smidge.
Okay, so the winner was Scream.
Wow, we're surprised.
21-1. It was almost a perfect fucking.
I ruined it. I ruined it.
No, it's not ruined. You again, we've done this now for 100 episodes. I'm never going to get mad at you for your choices.
Right.
I'm never going to get angry with you for how you feel regarding something. There's some movies like Episode 101. You have a attachment like a motherfucker to the series that we're going to be covering in 101, and if
But
you
I'm
want to
gonna
find out what that is,
And it'll be a fair one too.
it'll be fair, yeah. And again, I don't want it to seem, I don't want anybody to think that I wasn't being fair with
Oh yeah, for sure.
Scream and because Scream is just a great fucking movie. It's not
Yep.
not just my love for it. It's a literal genre defining movie. And there's not very many of those. I think you could say nowadays Terrifier is a genre defining movie because even though that's not our cup of tea, I'm never going to take away the amount of success that Terrifier has had for horror.
Super duper gore movies.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then all the elevated horror movies like Sinners, like Hereditary, like all these Obsession and everything where, yeah, they're gory, but man, they do really fucking well with the story.
I was about to say,
everything
it's
as well.
well written.
Because I'm very excited for Evil Dead Burn.
I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, because we're still going to see that, right?
It's for your birthday. It's going to come out your birthday,
it
isn't it?
moved up. It's July 10th now.
We're still seeing your birthday.
We're still
so,
seeing it, yeah. All right. But yeah, man, Scream, you wanted a quick little thing. I'm not going to go too ham because over the course of now 100 episodes, everybody's kind of heard in bits and pieces.
Well, let's
I guess you
refresh
could
the
say-
memories.
I guess you could say a lot of it, but there's never been really a story of me going to see Scream
Yeah.
when I did because me and a childhood friend that you know and their mom went to go see Scream, and we went to go see Scream 1 through 3 together, actually. So we went to the movie theater that was in Vineland over by where
shit.
Sears was. The DeMarco, but it wasn't the DeMarco. It was like the Vineland something at that point. Vineland movie theater. Did it clog?
It might have. It's okay.
It's cool. I'll suck it again. So we went to go see it. There was some snow on the ground, and they didn't have 4-wheel drive.
Jon Snow.
So it's not like we took our lives into our hands to go see the movie.
Right.
But it was a kind of treacherous
Yeah.
route. And that movie theater sits so far back
Yeah.
into that fucking area that there was black ice going through it. So she was sliding all around and shit. We almost hit the fucking poles that were out there.
Nice.
But
Some actual horror
some
before your
actual
horror movie.
Well, Josh has had some horror with me when we went to go get Destiny 2. But that was a whole complete
I
different
can't listen to
story.
Beastie Boys ever
Can't listen
again.
to that, especially that song. And yeah, I just sat there. Like I said, I was 12 years old. I just sat there watching that movie in total fucking awe, dude. It was so great. It fucked up my mind. I'd only seen about maybe 30 horror movies at that point, and I'd went and seen probably New Nightmare, Jason Goes to Hell, or no, New Nightmare hadn't come out yet. Freddy's Dead, Final Nightmare, Jason Goes to Hell, and Child's Play 3.
And so we
and
were like
a
kind of deep
few-
into the OGs.
We're deep into the OGs where they're failing like big time.
Yeah.
Those are where I've seen in theaters. The rest of them were a little bit before my time, but I remember seeing Scream, and it was just a completely different fucking experience for me.
Because you could understand it because it was modernized. It was for the 90s, so you could understand the references.
Yes, it felt like the kids that were a couple grades ahead of me.
Yeah.
It genuinely felt like teenagers talking. It genuinely felt like the cool kids having a conversation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was very different, and they dealt with horror, and Randy was a cool character because he was obsessed with things. It was just like, it was such a total different fucking vibe, and it clicked, and it just stayed with me. It just stayed with me like Breakfast Club stayed with me, and I love the movie, and I think it's absolutely a wonderful movie, and
It deserves its fucking flowers.
it
for
deserves
sure.
its flowers. I'm so glad that now here in 2026, 30 years later, it's getting its flowers, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. For the first 15 years, people fucking hated on that movie just to hate it. Like, oh, it was 90s drama, it was bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. But look at the box office numbers and look at them compared to today's numbers. Look at what it did for the genre. Look at what it continues to do for
1996 money.
1996 money, yeah. So like I said, I'm not going to go too far with this. I just really appreciate what Scream has done for movies. I appreciate what Wes Craven did, Kevin Williamson did. I appreciate what that cast did. And if it wasn't for that group of people that came together when they did, we wouldn't have the type of horror movies that we have today. And I fully fucking believe that. That's it.
I agree too.
That's it.
I agree. Shout out to fucking Scream, baby.
Shout out to Scream, baby. Now we get to go talk about its parody movie.
Just crank up the humor.
All right. Anything you want to say?
Like I said, I just have a newfound love for the franchise, especially the first one. It's definitely like I would put on my gems list personally now.
Yeah.
When before I kind of like, since I had seen Scary Movie first, I was always scared. I'd always see it as that. But now, since it's been a while since I've seen Scary Movie,
Yeah.
I was able to go with like a fresh mindset. And I really do think it is definitely a unique slasher film compared
It
to
is.
like what I've seen even doing this podcast for almost 5 years. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic stuff, man. I gotta say, shout out to fucking Scream. I actually like. I love the franchise now. I need to watch all the other ones again and catch up.
Please do. Please do. Especially, I know that people give Scream 5 and 6 some flack because it's not Nev Campbell fully or whatever. Scream 6 was New York. But man, Scream 6 had some really good fucking kills in it. And there was a lot of really good writing in that movie. The opening sequence was just fucking fantastic. So definitely check it out. Check them all out. Every one of them. 3's probably the worst.
Jane Silent Bob in it though.
Yeah, but Jay and Silent Bob are in it, so it totally makes up for it, even though they're in there for like 20 seconds.
Yep. On to Clubby Club.
On to the club.